All just about color when you're looking at hay. What you really obviously want to avoid is, as most horse people know, is real dry, dusty hay, or of course mold and that type of thing. So we're going to get her morning hay, and to tell you the truth, here's another good picture showing all this leaf still in here, and this is still really decent hay for her. So one thing that a lot of people don't think about, or is sort of a wives' tale, is that horses have to have grain, and that's really not the truth. They really need hay. Horses live on hay, and if you can get along keeping your horse in good shape just on hay, that's perfect. She doesn't need anything else. So as long as you can get your darn hay net together. I've got this all twisted around. Talking about grains and concentrated feeds. A concentrate is particularly what we consider just grain. Sweet feed or pelleted feeds, anything like that are all categorized as concentrated feeds, as opposed to something like just her hay. So concentrated feeds, especially those that are pelleted, like this feed that Simone's been eating for quite a while, tend to be really hot on the stomach. They lead to increased acid production, increased problems with their stomach fire, and they're great for adding energy to the diet if a horse needs it, but that's about the only reason that you want to do that. So you don't want to feed them if they need to. So with Simone's stomach issues, what I have done with her food therapy is cut back significantly on her concentrated feed, this pelleted feed. And there's nothing wrong with the pelleted feed. It's a good, high quality, expensive food that she's on, but it's lacking in its ability to be digested. When you soak this feed, like any pelleted feed, it breaks down into little tiny pieces that are actually harder on the stomach than something with lots of good roughage. So what we're doing, we've cut back on her pelleted feed a lot, and we're going to add a lot of roughage. These are beet pulp shreds that add a lot of fiber, very little carbohydrates, very little sugar. They help to rebuild her blood, help to soothe her stomach, help to improve and regulate her GI tract. And so this is what we're adding. We took away about a scoop of her concentrated pellets. We're replacing it with a good amount of beet pulp and some of the other things that I'm adding here. Now, I don't know if it's really helpful or not, but I was always taught to soak beet pulp before you give it, and so that's what we have in here. We soak it with about as much water as the actual beet pulp. And another advantage to soaking that is it will help your medication stick a little bit. So to that we're going to add her concentrate, and we have some other goodies for her here also to help soothe her stomach and get her feeling better. One of the things is celery. Celery is good to, again, calm that stomach down and give her more energy without adding lots of extra sugar. So just some fresh celery. Sweet potatoes are a little bit warming, actually, in the GI tract. So we've cut up some of that. It's not a real hot food, but it'll add some chi energy into her stomach. So not a lot, just a few slices, a couple times a day. This is about a half of a sweet potato. A little bit more celery here. And this doesn't have to be measured out, regimented. Just a few pieces, a couple times a day. Another thing that's very cooling with her stomach is watermelon rind. And watermelon rind is great for horses. You don't want to feed this red part. Okay, there's lots and lots of sugar in that. Save that for us. She needs the rind though. And maybe half a dozen chunks like this, maybe a dozen, whatever you feel like. I feel like Chef Herman on 9 and 10 News. But we'll throw a few pieces in there, make sure that we're cutting out all the red pieces, the watermelon, save that froth again, okay? Mix this all up. At first, I have to admit, when we were feeding Simone this food therapy diet, she was not a fan. She didn't know what the heck it was supposed to be. And since then, she's really, over the last few days, she's really learned to like it a lot, and she loves her veggies. So we'll mix that up just a smidgen. I'm also giving her a combination of some Chinese herbs here. One thing that we're giving her is an herbal medication called body sore. Chinese herbs have been around for thousands of years. It's a combination of several different herbs. I think in this body sore one, there's about 10. This is an anti-inflammatory and has other good properties. And then the other one that we're giving to Simone is called Hot Hoof. Because of her foot issues, we're trying to increase the blood flow and decrease the inflammation in her hoof itself. And so she's getting a little bit of each of those every day, and that will help her feel better from an herbal perspective. So we're just going to mix this up good and take advantage of our celery to do that. That's it.